Okay, come to a seat. Now, I personally like to sit up on a block kneeling, but you can sit kneeling without a block, you can sit cross-legged, you can do whatever you feel allows you to get your spine in a place that's neutral, with minimal effort. And then once you're seated, just allow the eyes to close, or if that's not working, just downcast your eyes. And then what I would like you guys to do is just feel for where is your spine in space. So are you leaning quite far forward? Is your spine further back than your pelvis? And then just get a sense for bringing your spine into alignment with like the right here, so right through center. And then allow your shoulders to relax. Separate your teeth. And lastly, send your sit bones down into the earth so you're really aware of whether you're sat on a block or the floor, this connection of pelvis to earth. And begin to bring in your breath, so in through the nose, out through the nose today. And start to feel as you breathe in like the sides of the ribs expand, the back of the ribs expand. And then lastly, the belly expands. And as you breathe out, that whole thing draws in. So side ribs draw in, navel draws in, back draws together. Let's take a few more breaths that way. So feeling the side ribs move first, the back ribs, and then the belly. And then we go back the other way. So as we exhale, the belly draws in, the side ribs draw in, the back ribs draw together. And continuing breathing that way. So I introduce where we're going today. So all of our movement comes from center. In fact, our diaphragm is the primary muscle of inhalation, and it's what initiates all of our movement. So our intent today is to move from this place, from this central part of the body, from the navel center. And allowing these breaths that we're taking now to be the initiation of our movement. So it's like we're moving from the inside out. Okay, take one more full breath in. Steady, slow, no rush. And then drawing all of the air out to the very, very bottom of your lungs. And then open your eyes when you're complete. Move your block away. We'll start with 3 rounds of Uddiyana. So for those of you that aren't familiar with that, I will take you through the first round. Bring the feet together so that the soles of the feet touch and you've got a diamond shape through your legs, like Baddha Konasana. And then the hands reach behind on the floor. So as you inhale, the chest lifts up. And then we'll inhale there, we'll hold the breath in. And I'll count you for 10, whatever we're staying for. And then on the exhale, the arms come forward. Once you've exhaled everything out, hold the breath out and pull the belly in and up towards the spine. All right, so let's go together. Hands behind, exhale everything out. And then inhale for 10, so you're lifting the chest, the collarbones lift, opening up through the shoulder heads. Keep inhaling, inhaling, inhaling. And then hold your breath there at the top. Keep lifting the chest, keep holding the breath. Keep feeling for space across the front of the body. And then as you exhale, come into the forward fold, palms reach the floor, maybe your forearms. Exhale all of your breath out, 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 out to the bottom of your lungs. And then hold your breath out, tuck your chin, pull your belly in and up towards your spine. So it's just a little bit of contraction through the navel. You want to hold your breath out and hold your belly in until you need to breathe. And then when you need to breathe, relax your belly first and come up, take an inhale and do 2 more rounds like that. So just inhaling for up to 10. Don't worry if you can't get to 10. And then you hold your breath for up to 10. And then you exhale into the forward fold like once all the breath is out, pull your belly in and up. It's like a vacuum. Keep the chin tucked in, that will help. And then when you do need to breathe, relax the belly first and take yourself through 1 more round. Once you've done your final round, come all the way up. There's no rush. You might want to watch this first. So I'm just going to show you the positioning of the legs. We'll be down on the back, working into abs in a little bit of a different way today. So I want you to feel for getting the knees not in line with the pelvis. So the knees will be forward like so. And then from there, we're just going to inhale and lift the head up and the arms will be like so. So that's the first part. You guys are still watching. And then fingers interlace at the base of the skull. The second part is tapping the heels. But I just want you guys to make sure that your knees don't come too far back. So they stay down like so. And we're tapping, we're really targeting the very lower part of the abdomen. Okay, and then we'll have a rest and I'll give you through the next little bit. All right. So if you need padding for your back, pop a blanket underneath there, something like that. And then come down onto your back with your knees above your pelvis and then take them forward maybe like 3 inches. You'll feel the lower belly kick in. And then inhale, come up, palms upward facing, chin is tucked, neck is long. I'm just going to hold here. So I want you to feel for drawing the navel back towards the spine. Okay, making sure that the knees are definitely not too close to the chest. And that you're really able to feel into that lower part of the, below the navel down. So we've got another 10 breaths here. Keeping the feet active, keeping the chin tucked. If you need to hold the neck, then do that. But it's actually good to get the neck active as well at this point. So the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Support the back of your neck and then tap. So heel taps, But remember, we're not bringing the knees back up towards the chest. We want to keep that position of the knees away from the navel and lower belly drawing in. So we've got another 15 taps like so. Keep going, keep breathing, steady, and try and keep your face as relaxed as possible. Like face asana. Okay, we've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back, draw the knees into the chest, take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, full exhale, so get the breath from the very, very, very bottom of the lungs. And then if you have a block, great. If you don't, you can use your roll. But watch me first with this because there's a few instructions that might get a bit complicated. So the block is going to be on the left leg and the right arm is across the block, like so. So you've got the right forearm on the block. The left arm is straight up, the chin is tucked and the neck is long. We'll inhale with the head down, hold the breath, press arm, block, thigh together, and then you'll extend the right leg forward. We'll do a few on that side and then we'll change. If you need to modify, do it with the feet down. Alrighty, let's go. So take your block on the left leg with the right forearm on the block and the left arm reaching up. Feet are up or down. Take an inhale through the back of the body. Feel the ribs spread. Hold the breath. Press arm, block, thigh together. So create a little bit of tension there. And as you exhale, extend the right leg like you would in elbow to knee. Belly draws in. Inhale back to center. Hold the breath. Press arm, block, thigh together. Press, press. Exhale, extend right leg forward. Belly draws in. Inhale back to center. Hold your breath. Press arm, block, thigh. Press, press. As you exhale, extend right leg forward. Belly draws in. Inhale back to center. Hold the breath. Arm, block, thigh. Press, press. Exhale, extend right leg forward. Belly draws in. Inhale back to center. Exhale, both feet down. Take a breath into your navel. Feel the belly fill up. And then use your ribs to squeeze all of the breath out of your lungs to get to the very, very bottom of the breath. Let's get all that stagnation out. And then change sides. So the block is on the right thigh, the left forearm is on the block, and the right arm is straight up. Alrighty. From there, you can have your feet down, remember. Inhale through the back of the body. Hold the breath, press arm, block, thigh together, press, press. Exhale, the left leg extends and the belly draws in. Inhale back. Hold the breath, press arm, block, thigh, press, press. Exhale, extend the left leg forward and a little reach up through the right arm as the belly draws in. Inhale back to center, hold the breath. Press arm, block, thigh, press, press. Exhale, extend left leg forward, reach through right arm, belly draws in. Inhale back to center. Hold the breath. Press arm, block, thigh. Keep feet active. Exhale, left leg forward, right arm reaches up a little, belly draws in. Last time. Inhale back to center. Hold the breath. Press arm, block, thigh. Press, press, extend, left leg forward. Belly draws in. Inhale back to center. Exhale, both feet down. Take a feeling breath into your navel. As you open your mouth again, squeeze all of the breath out to get to the very, very bottom of the lungs. I'm just going to do a little release before we go into the next core activator. So the roll is in between your thighs. And it's resting down on the ground. Take the arms out to shoulder height. If you don't have space, you can cactus the arms. And then just make sure that the chin is tucked so the back of the neck is long. And we're going to inhale there with the knees up. Little squeeze of the roll and exhale the legs over to the left, just halfway. Drawing the navel in as you exhale. Then we go inhale back through center, little squeeze of the roll. And exhale over to the right, just halfway. Inhale back, little squeeze. Exhale to the left as the navel spins to the right. Inhale back, little squeeze. Exhale, knees to the right as the navel spins left. Just do one more on each side. So inhale back, little squeeze of the roll. Knees to the left, navel to the right. Inhale back. Little squeeze of the roll, knees to the right and navel to the left. Okay, beautiful. Inhale back. Plant your feet. Remove the roll. Last little bit of ab work before we move on. Okay, so you might want to watch this again. So we're going to be in a low boat, which the full version is legs extended. But if you need to do like a modified, you can come up a bit higher and hold your legs. And if that's still too intense, come up to a little bit higher again and hold the legs. So we're going to be down in boat, and then we'll come up, hold, and then we'll go down again. All right? So set yourself in the position of boat. So you've got the lowest version, the mid version, and then right up, depending on how much support you need. And then hold in there for 5, pulling the navel in for 3, 2, 1. Come up, inhale. And then slowly going down again as you exhale for 5. Navel draws in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up, inhale. We've got one more. Going down as you exhale for 5. Navel in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up, inhale. Lower the hands as you exhale, so strong spine, chin tucked. Take a full feeling breath in there. See if you can get your awareness right down to the navel center. And then when you exhale, draw the navel in, so we're stoking that little bit of awareness there. Beautiful. From there, cross your legs, come over onto your hands and knees. Let's just set this up. So take your hands about 6 inches ahead of your shoulders. And just check that the middle finger's facing forward. And then spread out through the palms, so really feel for like each hand bone separating from the next. And then from there, take an inhale through the back of the body. Feel the back ribs spread again. And then as you exhale, start to bend the elbows so it's like they're moving down towards the floor, but they're not touching the floor. Let the back of the head relax. Keep the connection through your palms here, particularly the thumb mound, as you press lightly into the mat. And then take another breath through the upper body, through the back of the rib cage and the shoulders. And then hug your elbows into the midline like you're trying to squeeze, like there's a block in between your elbows, something like that. Now you can stay here, working on building upper body strength. Or take another inhale, tuck your toes, and as you exhale, straighten your legs, but keep your arms the same. So what often happens is we straighten the legs and the arms at the same time, and it changes the pose completely. So you want to keep a bend through the elbows, really want to feel the chest, shoulders, and upper back working. Probably got a tremble going on. That's pretty standard in this pose. And remember, you can work with the knees down, like take the time to build integrity in the practice. And then you're building strength on a strong foundation then. Okay, take one more feeling breath through the back of the body. Keep hugging the elbows in. Keep letting the neck go. And then lower the knees down. Press back onto your heels for a moment. Just exhale there. Feel the charge of that pause through the upper part of the body. And then make your way to stand at the top of the mat for suns with variations. So you can always have your feet together or apart here. It depends on your back and how you're feeling. I like to mix it up a little bit. And before we move, let's just bring ourselves back to that place of center. So we're standing tall. The knees are soft. The back of the head is aligned over the lower back and the shoulders relaxed. And from there, as you inhale, reach the arms skyward. Feel for length through the side of the body. Exhale to fold forward. Let the back of the head go. Take the left leg back underneath the hips or in a high lunge. Come up as you inhale. Give the hands a bit of a spread. Get feeling through the wrists. Maybe even a couple of circles in the wrists. And then plant the palms and step back to plank, ankles together. Come forward on the inhale, knees up or down as you lower on the exhale. Keep the shoulder heads back. Take the hands forward for cobra. Come up on the inhale. So again, you want to keep it pretty chilled to start with. We want to introduce this to the spine slowly. So plant through the palms. Use your hands to drag the chest forward. Reaching the legs back. And then press back to down dog as you exhale. It's a little bit of walking out through the heels. It is the first down dog, so go slow. Keep your knees bent if you need to. Maybe sway the hips from side to side and get a bit more movement in the lower body. And then we inhale, step the left foot forward, the back knee goes down. And the arms up on the inhale, so long through the side of the rib cage. Hands active, fingers spread. And then plant palms, and as you fold on your exhale. See that your body is squeezing the breath out as you fold. So empty, empty, empty. And then press through the feet to drive up as you inhale. So you're aware of the legs working. And hands rest easy at the heart on exhale. We go again. Inhale, arms sweep skyward. Exhale to fold forward. Right leg steps back, knee underneath the hip. Come up on the inhale. See if you can start to feel now this movement from the navel. So plant the palms, step back to plank. Ankles touch, come forward on the inhale, knees up or down. Keep the navel drawn in as you lower on the exhale. Cobra, it's an inhale, maybe a little bit higher as the spine warms. And down dog on the exhale, navel draws in again. Take a full feeling breath here in down dog. Let the back of the head go. Relaxing through the jaw and the teeth. And step the right foot forward, back knee down, under the hip again. As you come up, feel the movement from center. Arms reach. And then the palms plant as you step forward on the exhale. Navel draws in towards the spine and the back of the head relaxed. And press through the legs again as you drive up on the inhale. Hands rest easy at the heart on exhale. We go again, inhale to reach. Feel for length more through the spine as you fold on the exhale all of the breath out. Take the left leg back, knee underneath the hip again. Come up as you inhale. And this time take the left arm forward and the right arm back. Try to keep the pelvis super stable here. So we're not twisting from the pelvis at all. The twist actually comes from the navel center. So let's go again. Come back through center. Inhale, both arms up. And then we twist from the navel as we exhale. Pelvis stays still. And relax the arms. Do one more. Inhale straight up through center. And then let the navel guide the twist as you exhale. From there, inhale, arms up, lengthen, side ribs lengthen, but the front ribs draw in. And then plant your palms, step back to plank. Knees up or down as you lower on the exhale. Slight contraction of the navel. Cobra, that's an inhale, maybe a little bit higher. And then down dog on the exhale. Always aware of that central column of the spine as you move. Left foot forward, back knee down, underneath the hip again. Inhale, arms come up, and this time the right arm forward and the left arm back. So the twist is from the center of the body, from the spine. Okay, we've come back through center, inhale, arms up. And then we'll let the twist again happen from the center. Relax the arms, inhale, arms up one more time. Twisting from the navel. As you exhale, the pelvis stays still. And then we inhale, arms up. This time step forward as you exhale, plant the palms, and again squeeze all of the breath out as you empty. Empty all the breath. And come all the way up, inhale, the strong legs to lift and reach. And then hands to heart as you exhale again. Inhale, arms up. Feel side ribs lengthen, the chin stays tucked. Forward fold on the exhale. The spine's relaxed. Take the right leg back this time a little bit further so you're in a lower lunge. Come on up on the inhale. And then from there, bring the left hand to left hip and take a side bend so the right arm reaches overhead. Just getting into the whole of the right side of the body. So there's still a bit of activation through the front foot. You're not completely collapsed. But as you press through the front heel, feel for a lift through the spine and maybe a little bit deeper through the right side. Take one more inhale here. Stay for the exhale, let the shoulder relax. And then release hands to the floor, step back to plank. Modify if you need with the knees down. Keep drawing the navel in as you lower. Come a little bit higher in Cobra this time. Feel the upper back working. Little squeeze there. And then downward facing dog as you exhale, navel to spine. Full feeling breath in there. Feel the sides ribs, the back ribs, and feel for the space internally. As you let the head go on the exhale. And step the right foot forward, back knee down again for lunge. So inhale, arms up, a little bit deeper in the lunge this time. Right hand comes to the right hip. Press in through the right heel as you inhale to lift up a little bit. And then over into the left as you exhale. So this feeling of the top of the left thigh and all the way through the lower left side of the belly. And keeping that press through the right heel, take an inhale just to lift a little bit more up through the chest. Maybe going a little deeper into the side bend on the exhale. And keep connection to center, so keeping that drawing in the lower belly. Release, plant your palms, step forwards and fold fully as you exhale. And come all the way up, inhale, arms reach, lengthen. Hands to heart as you exhale. Inhale up into chair pose, feet together or apart. Spread out through your hands, bring the knees back over the heels. Take one more breath to lift the chest there. Fold forward as you breathe out. Let the back of the head go. Halfway lift, inhale, get the spine long. Hands can be on the shins, chin tucked. And then fold forward as you exhale. Knees can bend as much as you need here. Let's do another inhale halfway. Get a little bit more length through the spine. Chest pops forward a little bit. And then fold again as you exhale. Next, inhale up onto the fingertips. Step back to plank. And then knees up or down as you lower on the exhale. Cobra, up dog if you're going there. Keep the elbows slightly bent in both. And then downward facing dog as you exhale. Take a breath in down dog again. Introduce movement if that's what you need in your body this morning. Maybe a pedal through the legs, a sway of the hips, or you can stay completely still. You choose. And then from there, inhale the left leg up. As you exhale, bring the left knee in towards the chest. Really round as much as you can so you feel the lower belly engage. And then look between your hands and step the left foot forward. Spin the back foot flat for warrior two position. So the front heel like intersects the back arch. And set up for bird wing. So bring your elbows in towards your ribs and then take them away about an inch or two. The front knee is bent and stacked over your front ankle. The back of the head over your lower back. Alrighty, keep the navel activated as you inhale into the upper chest. Peel the forearms away from the midline as you exhale. So like you feel in for the back of the armpits activating. Inhale, arms back to midline. And then peel them away as you exhale. So a little bit of a squeeze at the back of the body. Just do a couple more. Inhale, arms to midline. Peeling away as you exhale. And two more in your time. Feel the support of the legs as you do this. And when we're wanting to activate, it's just a gentle awareness of activation, nothing too strained. Now keep your legs the same, relax your arms. Inhale the right arm right up. As you exhale, reach it back towards the right thigh. Let it land where it lands and then left arm over for reverse warrior. So I'm going to keep the left leg tracking forward. Remember, we want to feel like it's not a collapsing into the legs here. So we push through the legs to lift up. And then we feel into this side bend through the left side of the rib cage. Take a full feeling breath in there, like really expand your breath. And then as you breathe out, bring your arms down towards the floor. So palms are on the mat, or if you're on your fingertips, you can have your hands on a block. And then bring your left hand to the inner left thigh. The right hand back towards the right foot for head to ankle prep. So let's start this a little gentler today. Take an inhale into the left hip joint. Let's get your breath there in between the pelvis and the thigh. And then as you exhale, ease your left thigh bone forward so you're traction in a little bit of space in the left hip. At the same time, let the back of the head go. So you're in like a forward fold, but an arching through the left ribs as well. Now feel here for a let go through the eyes, the brain, the skin across your cheeks. Keep the breath super steady. And then release. Walk your hands to the top of the mat. Step back to plank again. Knees go down if you need. Lower all the way down. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Keep upper back working, elbows in. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Inhale the right leg up. Round as the knee comes towards the nose. So you're pushing the floor away and using your navel to lift the leg. And then look between the hands, step the right foot, spin the back foot flat, come on up. We're in a warrior two position again, so the front heel intersects the back arch. The elbows are in and a little away from the ribs. And then feel for the back of the head over the lower back, so there's a lengthening, but it's effortless through the spine. Inhale through the chest. Forearms away from the midline as you exhale, so upper back squeezes. We go inhale in, peeling the arms away as you exhale. Let's do a couple more. Again, feel for ease of movement. The navel center stays steady and anchored as the arms move. And then keep the legs the same. Relax the arms as you inhale. Take the left arm straight up, reach that back. And then plant the left hand on the back thigh as you reverse, right arm over. Keep tracking the right thigh forward. And then this time feel like a let go through the right side of the neck. So even though this pose is super active, yes, we feel the legs working. Keep the navel engaged so there's an anchoring into that place. And then relax everywhere else. Relax the neck, the jaw, even a little through the right arm, relax. Yeah, one more breath in there. As you exhale, bring the hands down towards the floor. Take the right hand to the inner right thigh. Left hand back towards the left foot. Okay. From here, breath into the right hip joint. Really see your breath reach there, and as you exhale, guide the right thigh forward. Let the back of the head go. So again, this sense of feeling probably inner thigh on the left side, space through the right hip joint, but the navel's drawn in. Holding the tension in center there. And release. Step back to down dog only this time. Give the heels a bit of a walk out. Feel the fresh blood move through the legs, the hips, the pelvis. Alrighty, and then here we go again. So we'll inhale the left leg up again today. Use the navel to draw the knee in towards the chest and then look forward, step the foot and place the back knee down. So you're in a high lunge. Left foot is forward, right knee under hip. Inhale the right arm straight up. Twisting lunge, bring the right arm outside of the left thigh. You can make a little fist with the right hand. Put the left hand on top. So the idea is we use that bottom arm just to lift the body off the front thigh. Keeping again the awareness as we twist from the navel rather than the neck. There's a slight let go through the neck there. And then feel for, even though the legs are working, feel for moving shoulders away from the ears and creating space for the neck to soften. And then start to feel into the sense of your breath moving deeper through the back of the body, the side of the ribs. Yeah, from there, release. Plant the right hand to the floor, tuck the right toes under so the back knee is lifted. And exhale the left arm up, so we're in a easy twist. You can take that right hand a little bit wider. You can always do this with the back knee down as well. And this sense of feeling like the chest is rolling open, but at the same time you're rolling the right shoulder away from your ear. The legs stay steady and the navel twists. And one more feeling breath as you open. And then release the back knee down, set up for lounge, lunge. So the right hand comes forward, left arm outside of the left leg. You take an inhale through the right side ribs. And then hang the right ribs towards the right arm. So I like to just let my head rest on my shoulder here. You can let your head hang through center maybe. But keep hugging the left knee in towards the chest, so there's this closing in, like a contracting in. And letting go through the right side of the ribs. Steady breath. And then release. Plant your palms. Step back to plank. Again, knees up or down. Keep the navel drawn in as you lower. It's that contraction. Keep the navel drawn in as you come into cobra or up dog. And then down dog on the exhale. Inhale the right leg up. And again, we want to round, so we're teaching the navel to help us move. You step the right foot forward and the back knee down underneath the hip. Place your right hand on the right thigh. Inhale, left arm up. Just that little bit of extra stability as you exhale, twist. Little fist with the left hand, right hand goes on top. And then once you feel as though your legs are really holding and they're engaged, see if you can let go of another layer through the right side of the neck. Using the bottom elbow to lift up. Shoulders away from the ears. And separate the teeth. Release. Place the left hand on the floor, tuck the back toes under. That's the left toes. Reach the right arm up. So again, we want to keep, what tends to happen is we poke the hip out to the side. So we'll just keep bringing our awareness back to the center of the body. Back to the navel. Left shoulder rolls away on the inhale. A little bit more opening as you exhale. And then release for lounge lunge. Take the left hand forward. Right arm comes outside of the right leg. Inhale to lift the chest and then hang the left ribs again towards the left arm. Keep hugging the right knee in. And then let yourself relax through the neck and the shoulders best you can. In yoga, we talk about Stiram Sukham Asana, which is being able to be strong and soft simultaneously. So knowing where there's activation occurring that's necessary in the body to hold us up, but then relaxing everything else around that activation. And that's the union of opposites that we talk about in yoga. Release. Step back to down dog only. A little bit of a walk through the heels if you need. Notice where there's tension dissipating in the body, and notice where you tend to hold tension a little bit longer. And it's just an observation so we know our own tension patterns. A little bit more awareness. And now inhale the left leg up. Same thing, round, draw the navel in. Really feel that the core, the center is moving your leg. You step the left foot forward, come up for warrior two again. So I'm going to take you through a number of options and you go to where you're at today. First option, Forearm on the front thigh, right arm behind. The second option is the bind. So you're binding at your knee joint. And this sense of feeling, whichever version you're in, there's a sense of ease, so no struggle. Well, maybe there's a bit of struggle, but generally ease. The breath is steady. And the chest is opening skyward, so it's about space through the front of the body. Take one more feeling breath in there, just a really steady, slow, easy breath. And allow the body to get all of the breath out, so squeeze to the bottom of the lungs. And then placing the left hand on the floor, inside or outside your left leg. You can put your hand on a roll or a block if you need a little bit of extra height. And then extend the right arm overhead. If the right arm overhead aggravates your shoulder, have a half bind. And keep working to rotate the bottom ribs skyward, like they won't move so much, but a sense of directing them in that way. Let go through the neck. The big feeling breath in here, feel length through both sides of the body. And a full exhale. And then use that right arm to bring the body up as you inhale. Reset your feet for pyramid, so it's like the feet are hit with laterally and there's no kind of definite distance. But what you do want to feel is that the pelvis contracts straight ahead. So hands on the hips as you inhale, and then as you exhale, extending forward over the front leg. So you might come onto your fingertips, maybe take an inhale halfway, tuck the chin under, and then fold over the front leg as you exhale, letting the neck go. Just so we can calm things down a little after the last two pauses, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. As we balance that fiery intensity with ease, cool, calm. We're not overburning the body. One more feeling breath in through the back of the rib cage. Just let go a little bit more through the back of the head, the back of the neck. And then plant the palms, step to plank. Again, come forward on the inhale as you lower, exhale. Cobra or up dog. Just feeling the legs engaged, navel draws in. And then navel draws in again as you press down dog on the exhale. Inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot through the hands, come into warrior two. So again, you've got the option of forearm to thigh. And going into the bind if that's there for you. And try and bind at the knee joint rather than the hip joint. And always focus on that opening through the front of the body so there's length. You can let go through the left side of the neck. Keep opening. Keep relaxing. And keep steady breath. Okay, from there, release the hand inside or outside the foot. Remember, you can have a prop underneath your hand there. And the left arm reaches forward. Not good for the shoulders, bring it into a half bind, that's fine. Again, steady breath. Notice tension creeping in through the left side of the neck. Then rolling the right ribs up towards the ceiling. Okay, one more full breath in there. Relax the toes. Stay for breath out. And then use that top arm to come all the way up. Reset the feet for pyramid. So those back toes turn at an angle. But mostly it's just about making sure that the pelvis tracks straight ahead. Hands will be on the hips. Inhale, lift through the chest and then hinge forward as you exhale. So I like to come onto my fingertips, just get a bit of extra traction through the spine there. And then exhale to fold. Let the back of the head go. Again, using this to calm the mind. So we're talking yoga about a cool attitude. You can be in the most intense pose, but still the mind stays calm. It's like the training ground for life. One more breath there through the back of the body. And as you exhale, step into down dog. Again, little pedal through the heels if you need. Maybe a bit of rolling through the spine, something like that. And then step the left foot forward and come on up to standing with your feet to 3 feet apart. So the feet are parallel. You can have a little bend through the knees here if you need. Bring the hands onto the hips. Inhale, lift the chest up. Hinge forward as you exhale. Keep a little bit of a bend through the knees there. So the hands are down through center on the floor or the block, whatever you need. And we're going to walk the right hand over to the left ankle or calf, whatever you've got. The left hand can go on top of the right hand, or if you can, the left hand outside the left foot on the floor there. Flank stretch. Take an inhale through the back of the body. And arcing the right ribs over to the right leg as you exhale. Keep letting the heart, letting the chest lengthen down. As you keep anchored in the legs with the knees soft. Separate your teeth, your jaw. One more feeling breath in there. Feel where your feet connect to the earth. And if there's a part of your foot that's not connecting, bring that into contact. And then stay down low, but just walk your hands towards the top of the mat so you turn the left foot forward. And set your feet like you're in pyramid again. So we want the pelvis square and the back toe turns about 45 degrees. The right hand can be inside or outside of the left foot with the left arm either on your sacrum or up towards the ceiling. Twisted triangle. So again, if you feel as though you're getting a bit stuck, it's really good to have a block there. I like a block in this. Just to give yourself a bit more extra height. And then the twist again is from the navel. Let's take one more feeling breath in there to lengthen the spine. Keep everything still through the pelvis. Twist along the spine as you exhale. And then release. Come into pigeon, bend the left knee. Tuck the right toes under as you reach the right leg back. And then coming forward either onto the elbows or maybe all the way down. Just keep those left toes and left ankle active. So there's a little reach through the inner left ankle. The back of the neck go. Soft through the shoulders. One more feeling breath through the back of the body. And full exhale out through the mouth this time. And then release and press just into downward facing dog. You can walk your feet out if you need to. And step the right foot forward again, parallel the feet. So coming up, slight bend through the knees if that works for you. Inhale, lift up through the chest. And then hinge forward at the hips as you exhale, hands to the floor. Blocks, whatever you got. And then start to walk over towards the right foot. So the left hand is on the right ankle. Right hand is outside the foot or on top of the left hand. And then it's an inhale through the left side rib cage. There's a little arc of the left ribs there. So just like you're trying to, it's like a crescent moon shape through the spine. Left ribs open, right ribs close. There's also a bit of a forward folding action. So a bit more weight into the balls of the feet rather than the heels. And then again, just steady, easy breath. And then release, turn the right toes forward, back toes turn in, so we're in that pyramid-like position again. Left hand inside or outside of the right foot. Hand on a block if you need. Hand on sacrum is one option. That just helps to keep anchored through the pelvis. Right arm up is the other. If you've got your hand on the sacrum, even a little bit of pressure down there through the hand helps to just anchor back into the body, which I like. And then remember the twist comes from the navel, not from the neck, not from the pelvis. So feel very limited. And then release and come into pigeon. So I like to tuck the back toes under, just get a bit more length through the back leg there, and then come down just at your own pace. You might stay on the elbows for a moment, you might come all the way. And relax your face, eyebrow center, jaw. One more breath in, feel back ribs expand. Navel draws in as you breathe out. And then release. Step back to downward facing dog. Little pedal through the heels there if you need. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. Fold over your thighs as you breathe out. And then slowly, as you press through the legs, roll all the way up, vertebrae at a time. Until you come in to standing. And we're going to move into standing tortoise. So I can show you guys first. The feet are about a little bit wider than hip width, not as wide as we have. And then you'll fold forward and your right hand reaches through the leg and grabs the back of the right heel, right ankle. Left hand through the left, knees are bent slightly. And then you're using the pressure of your arms against the legs to get, it's like you want to get your body through your legs. It won't go there. The crown of the head reaches down, but it's a big opening for the back of the shoulder blades there. So if you're not already in, come in. I start with my knees quite bent. Just let the body get used to that first, and then slowly start to straighten the legs like the sit bones are reaching skyward. The back of the neck is relaxed. Can feel pretty intense through the legs this. So again, connecting through all aspects of both feet. And while you remain as relaxed as you can in this position, feel like you're drawing up energy from the earth, so up into the feet, up through the legs, the shins, the thighs. Use that supporting energy that's drawn up through the legs to let go through the neck. And then slowly release. And all the way up to standing. Toe heel the feet together. Relax your arms by your side. And then make your way to your mat, a seated position. We'll start with the left leg in front of the right, so cross leg ideally, but if there's another version that you need to do, that's fine. And then we're going to bring the left hand underneath the left butt cheek, so the palm is downward facing, which means you're sat on the top of your hand. And then you'll lift up through the chest a little bit, so keep the spine long. And just lean over to the right slightly. Still got the hand underneath your butt. Then relax the right ear towards your right shoulder. Chest is still lifted and there's still a little bit of a lean. So you're going to experience breathing through the left side of your neck. Using your breath to wash any tension that's clogging up that channel between the body and the rest of the mind, that whole area. Okay, and from there, bring the tip of the nose towards the right shoulder. And then you might even bring the chin in towards the chest a little bit. Notice how that changes the location of the release. Maybe more towards the back of the body. Still keeping the chest lifted. And from there, just bring both hands to your knees. Tuck the chin a little and let the head hang through centre, but still feel for that lifting up through the collarbones. So we're not just rounding through the upper back. We're actually letting go through the back of the neck. And placing the left hand on the forehead, help the head up easy. Change the cross of the legs so the right leg is in front. And this time bring the right hand underneath the right butt cheek so the palm is downward facing again. Inhale to lift up through the chest, little lean over to the left. And an exhale to let the left ear rest towards the left shoulder. Get this sense of rolling the right shoulder away from the chest a little. Easy, steady breaths. And keeping the chest lifted, turn the tip of the nose towards the left shoulder this time. Maybe the chin draws in towards the chest. And then we bring both hands to the knees and we let the head hang through centre. Feeling all the little gripping muscles of the spine. And place the right hand on the forehead, help the head up, easy, keep the neck relaxed. Come down onto your back. So knees are bent, the feet are flat. So a couple of options for a twist. So you can simply just keep both knees stacked and twist in that way. And otherwise we're going into twisted roots. So whichever version you're doing, just shift your pelvis over to the right a couple of inches. If you're twisting without the bind, which is just knees stacked, then both your knees to the left. Otherwise, cross your right leg over your left once or twice. If you can bind at the calf and let the knees move over to the left. So they might not reach the floor. So long as that's okay in your lower back, it's fine. You can pop something under there as well, like a roll or a block. And then let the right arm extend out to shoulder height. Now there's two options. You can look in the direction of your fingertips, which will be probably a release for the left side of the neck, I guess. Or you can look in the direction of the knees, which for me gets into the upper right side of the chest, and I like that. It's an area of tension, particularly if you're working at a computer, driving, or scrolling on your phone. So everybody, just let your breath be super, super natural now. No need to strain or force the breath at all. Feel for any remaining tension dissolving from your body. And then if you've got the full bind, before you bring your legs back, unravel the bind and then come back through centre, just a bit kinder on the lower back. And then off centre the pelvis to the left and we'll change sides. So if you're doing the bind, the left leg will come over. Otherwise just take your knees over, one knee stacked on top of the other. Move your knees up towards your chest, you get a bit more freedom there in the lower back as well. And then left arm out to shoulder height, gaze in either in the direction of your fingertips or away. Let your shoulders relax. You can now relax the navel and that whole area of the lower belly. And then taking that top leg off, come back through centre. Just let the pelvis settle there for a breath. And then bring the knees into the chest, wrap your arms around the shins. Little rock from side to side. And start to take the legs straight up. Don't worry if they're not straight. It doesn't matter. You can have your knees bent as much as you need. So you might want to draw them in from the back of the thighs there, maybe from the calves. If you've got the range, you can grab your feet. And get a sense, no matter where you are, like drawing the legs in, still reach the tailbone towards the bottom of the mat. So lengthening out through the lower back. Take one more feeling breath in there. The last breath out through the mouth this time. All the breath out. And then release for Shavasana, final rest. You can take your legs up the wall if you're near a wall and you prefer that. Otherwise, take your ankles to the outer edges of the mat. Tuck your pelvis, walk your shoulders down, away from your ears. And then allow the support of the earth, like the actual core of the center of the earth, to hold the whole of your body. If you need longer here, stay. Otherwise, bring a little bit of awareness back to your fingers and your toes. Reconnect back to the breath. And bringing the ankles to touch, reaching the arms above the head, full body stretch. Maybe feel the back arch to reach. And then transitioning over to one side. Just let yourself rest there for a moment. And helping yourself up to seated or kneeling. You choose. So let your arms rest down by your side. And as we inhale, we reach the arms out and up, like we're gathering energy from what is available external, and then we bring it down on the exhale through the center of our body. When we get to the navel, we turn the palms in and draw that energy into navel center. Just do that 2 more times. We reach the arms out. On the inhale, we gather in what is available. And then we bring that down through the center of our field as we exhale. So right the way through center. Turn the palms in towards the navel as we gather the energy in. Last time, inhale, gather full potential of what is available, and then exhale to draw that in. And get to the bottom of the exhale, the palms turn in towards the navel, and we breathe in what is available, the very center of our being. And bring our hands together at the heart as we finish this practice in gratitude to these teachings and the teachers that have gone before us and made this possible. And we bow and say thank you. Gracias. Namaste, whatever you like. And now